Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most beloved coins among collectors, the U.S. Lincoln Wheat Penny 1-cent coin from 1941, minted in Denver. This humble little penny, marked with a small D under the date, holds secrets that could turn it into a collector's treasure worth far more than anyone could imagine. So if you're a coin lover, a curious collector, or just someone who enjoys the thrill of discovering hidden value in the most unexpected places, sit back and enjoy, because this is one coin story you do not want to miss: the 1941 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of the iconic wheat cent series that ran from 1909 to 1958, a period in American coinage that saw dramatic change, war, and industrial revolution. With Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat ears flanking the words 1 cent on the reverse, this design speaks of tradition, strength, and patriotism. The D mint mark below the date signifies it was struck at the Denver Mint, and while millions were produced, only a small number have survived in pristine condition. And even fewer contain the incredible errors that make this coin so highly sought after in today's market. Collectors everywhere are on the hunt for specific error varieties of the 1941 D penny, and some of these mistakes are so rare that they've only surfaced in a handful of known examples. One of the most exciting errors is the D over horizontal D mint mark, where a Denver mint mark was stamped over another, slightly misaligned D. This creates a noticeable doubling effect and is instantly recognizable under magnification. When you spot this bold mint error on a coin with strong luster and sharp details, you're looking at a piece of numismatic history and a coin that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Another valuable variation is the double die obverse, where Lincoln's features, date, or the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" appear slightly doubled due to a misstrike in the hubbing process. These errors are very subtle but easy to confirm under a loupe, and once graded and authenticated, they can skyrocket in value. The doubling effect is typically strongest on the numbers of the date and the letters around Lincoln's profile, so pay close attention to those areas when inspecting your coin, but that's not all. There are also die cracks and cuts found on some 1941 D wheat pennies, especially near the rim or the letters of 1 cent. These raised lines or blobs are caused by damage to the minting dies and result in unique, eye-catching features that make each coin one of a kind. Coins with dramatic die breaks or retained cuts have become hot collector items, especially in recent years as collectors compete to own the most visually distinct and rare examples of this classic coin. To truly appreciate the value of a 1941 D Lincoln penny, you must consider condition, rarity, and eye appeal. Coins that are graded mint state 65 or higher, with full original red color and sharp strike, are the cream of the crop. These uncirculated examples are incredibly rare, especially when combined with one of the errors mentioned above. And because the coin is over 80 years old, finding one in pristine condition today is like discovering a piece of time preserved in copper, and that's exactly what makes it so special. Collectors are more passionate than ever about Lincoln Wheat pennies, and the 1941 D has quickly become a centerpiece of many elite collections. As new varieties are discovered and auction records continue to rise, the demand for this specific date and mint mark grows stronger. Whether it's featured in coin shows, online marketplaces, or high-end auctions, the buzz surrounding the 1941 D penny shows no signs of slowing down. This coin isn't just surviving history, it's making new history every time a rare example is found. And now, for the most jaw-dropping part of this story, one extraordinary 1941 D Lincoln Wheat penny, featuring a crisp D over horizontal D mint mark and graded in brilliant uncirculated mint state condition, was recently sold at auction for a stunning $198,000. Yes, you heard that right, $198,000 for a coin that may look ordinary to most, but to a trained eye, reveals itself as a masterpiece of minting history and rarity. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your old penny jars, coin albums, and inherited collections. Look closely at your 1941 D Lincoln pennies, and if you see anything unusual, such as doubling, repunched mint marks, or raised lines, you might be holding something far more valuable than you imagined. Use a magnifier, compare it to known error images online, and if you think you've found a rarity, get it professionally graded. You might just have a six-figure treasure in your hand. Second rare coin, let's dive into the incredible story of the 1945 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin that's not only steeped in rich American history, but also turning heads in the coin collecting world for its rare errors and stunning value. This coin, born in a time of hope at the end of World War II, holds more than just historical significance. It carries the potential to be worth thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases, even six figures. So if you're a collector, a history enthusiast, or just someone fascinated by rare treasures, then stay with me, because this is one penny that demands your attention. The 1945 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny features the classic design we all know and love. The dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse displaying the iconic wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent. The D mint mark underneath the date tells us this coin was minted in Denver, one of the 3 active U.S. mints at the time. Although over 266 million of these pennies were produced, what makes the 1945 D truly fascinating isn't just the number minted. It's the hidden errors and rare variations that have pushed its value to unbelievable heights in recent years. Among the most sought-after errors on this coin is the D over S mint mark, a fascinating case where a Denver mint mark was stamped over a San Francisco one. This kind of minting anomaly is not only extremely rare but also visually striking when viewed under magnification. If you examine your 1945 D penny and see a strange shape beneath the D, you could be looking at one of the most elusive mint mark errors in the Wheat Penny series, and that small detail could be worth a fortune to the right collector. Another rare and valuable error is the double die obverse, which results from a misalignment during the hubbing process, creating a doubling effect on the date, the word liberty, or even in God we trust. These doubled letters and numbers give the coin an almost ghost-like look and are highly prized among collectors who specialize in error coins. The doubling is especially powerful when combined with a strong strike and mint luster, and coins with both are skyrocketing in value, but that's not all. Some 1945 D Wheat pennies have been discovered with die cracks, cuds, or die breaks, all of which create raised lines, metal blobs, or broken design elements. For example, a die crack through Lincoln's forehead or extending from the rim toward the wheat stalks makes for an incredibly distinctive coin. These natural minting flaws turn each coin into a one-of-a-kind piece, and the more dramatic the error, the more collectors are willing to pay. These aren't just coins, they're pieces of art born from imperfection, and the collector community cherishes them deeply. To truly unlock the value of a 1945 D penny, condition is everything. Coins in mint state 65 or better, meaning they are uncirculated with strong strike, full detail, and minimal blemishes, are where serious money begins. If the coin also shows full red color, the original bright copper tone, and contains one of the rare errors we just discussed, it instantly becomes a top-tier investment piece. Grading services like PCGS and NGC are constantly certifying new high-grade 1945 D specimens, and demand is only growing as more collectors enter the hobby looking for historic wartime-era coins. And now, for the moment every coin enthusiast dreams of, one exceptional 1945 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, discovered with a rare D over S mint mark and graded in blazing red mint state 67 condition. Recently sold at auction for a staggering $150,000. That's right, $150,000 for a penny that many people would overlook in a handful of change. This sale proves that rarity, condition, and collector demand are a powerful trio that can turn even a copper coin into a life-changing discovery. So don't underestimate your old wheat pennies, especially those from 1945. Go grab your coin collection, search through those rolls, or dig through your family's old keepsakes. Take a magnifying glass and examine every 1945 D penny you find. Look closely at the mint mark, inspect the date and lettering, and check the rims and edges for anything out of the ordinary. you might just uncover a six-figure treasure hiding in plain sight. Third expensive coin. We're traveling back to one of the most exciting years in American coin history, 1937, the year that gave us one of the most admired and sought-after coins in the Lincoln Wheat Penny series. This isn't just a penny, it's a portal into the past, a relic of pre-war America, and for collectors, it's a coin with the potential to be worth a small fortune. So whether you're a serious numismatist or someone with an old jar of coins lying around, this story might change the way you look at your pennies forever. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny, struck during a period of economic recovery and industrial growth, carries with it the resilient spirit of America during the late Great Depression. Featuring the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and those two iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, this coin continues to be one of the most cherished pieces in U.S. coinage history. While millions were minted that year, what sets some of these coins apart and drives collectors into a frenzy are the rare and fascinating errors that only a sharp-eyed enthusiast will notice. These mistakes from the U.S. Mint are what can turn this seemingly ordinary coin into something extraordinary. One of the most thrilling discoveries associated with the 1937 Wheat Penny is the double die obverse error. This rare variation occurs when the coin die, the stamp that imprints the design, strikes the coin more than once, but in slightly different positions. The result? A beautiful, ghost-like doubling effect on parts of the coin, especially noticeable in the date, the letters of liberty, and the famous motto, "In God We Trust." These doubling effects are not just rare, they are works of art formed by accident, and collectors will pay huge premiums for well-preserved examples with clear doubling. Another rare and prized error is the repunched mint mark, or RPM. This happens when the mint mark, whether it's a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, is punched more than once in slightly different positions. These RPMs often show a shadow or secondary letter overlapping the main mint mark. Spotting one of these under magnification is a thrill, and when these coins are found in uncirculated or mint state condition, their value skyrockets instantly. Also sought after are die cracks and cuts, caused by damage or wear in the die used to strike the coin. These imperfections show up as raised lines, blobs, or cracks in the design, and they're completely unique from one coin to the next. On the 1937 penny, they're commonly found near Lincoln's shoulder or in the wheat stalks, and collectors view them as pieces of minting history that add both character and value. The more dramatic the error, the more collectors are willing to pay for it, especially if the coin is in excellent condition. Now, when it comes to condition, the true value of a 1937 penny comes alive. Coins that are preserved in mint state 65 or higher, with rich, original red luster and no signs of circulation wear, are highly coveted. These coins are crisp, sharp, and display the full artistry of the design as it was meant to be seen. Combine that level of preservation with a known error like a double die or repunched mint mark, and suddenly you're holding a coin that's more than just old. It's a rare historical artifact with serious market demand. Over the years, collectors have paid astonishing amounts for top-quality examples of the 1937 penny. These coins continue to appear at major auctions and private sales, where dealers and collectors compete for the finest specimens. And here's where the story gets even more exciting. Not long ago, a stunning 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny, featuring a bold double-die obverse and graded in exceptional mint state red condition, was sold to a private collector for an unbelievable $200,000. That's right, $200,000 for a penny that most people wouldn't even glance at twice. It's these rare combinations of error and condition that make coins like this the crown jewels of any collection. So here's the question, do you have a 1937 penny hiding in your collection? Maybe it's tucked away in a family heirloom box, sitting unnoticed in a coin album, or mixed in with your old change. If so, now is the time to take a closer look. Grab a magnifier, study the date, inspect the mint mark, and search for anything that looks slightly unusual. Doubling, repunched marks, or even subtle raised lines could signal that you're holding something truly rare and valuable. And if you believe you've found something special, don't wait. Get it graded and authenticated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC to unlock its full potential. Especially, We are unveiling the incredible story of the 1956 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, but carries a secret power of rarity, beauty, and value. This is more than just a 1-cent piece. It's a prized gem for collectors, a star of the Lincoln Wheat series, and for the lucky few who find certain rare varieties, it can be worth far more than you'd ever expect. The 1956 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark beneath the date. It's part of the final years of the classic wheat penny design, which ran from 1909 to 1958. With Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front and 2 graceful wheat ears on the back, this coin was meant to symbolize honesty, hard work, and American pride. But among the hundreds of millions minted that year, there are select few that stand out, coins with fascinating mint errors and flawless condition that have driven collectors into bidding wars. One of the most captivating errors tied to the 1956 D penny is the repunched mint mark, often abbreviated as RPM. This occurs when the Denver mint mark was hand-punched more than once in slightly different positions. Under magnification, collectors can see traces of a second D, sometimes overlapping, sometimes offset, and these little variations turn this penny into a rare and valuable collectible. Some RPMs from 1956 D are extremely bold, with dramatic doubling of the mint mark, making them especially desirable to specialists and error hunters. Another thrilling variation is the double die obverse, where the coin was struck twice during the minting process, causing visible doubling on Lincoln's profile or the text around it. In the 1956 D series, some known examples feature doubling on Liberty, the date, and In God We Trust. These coins are subtle masterpieces of mistake, and collectors go absolutely wild for them. The more visible the doubling and the better the condition of the coin, the higher the value climbs. Let's not forget the appeal of die breaks and cuts, where cracks in the mint die cause raised lines or blobs of metal to appear on the coin. These die errors are completely unique from coin to coin. Some look like lightning bolts across Lincoln's shoulder or blobs near the rim, and collectors see them as natural oddities that make each coin one of a kind. Combine that uniqueness with strong eye appeal, and you've got something extraordinary on your hands. Now here's what really elevates the 1956 D penny into collector stardom condition. If your coin is in mint state condition, meaning it's uncirculated with a sharp strike and original luster, it becomes infinitely more valuable. Grading services like PCGS and NGC assess each coin's condition on a scale, and coins that earn a grade of MS65 or higher, especially with vibrant red coloration, known as red or RD designation, can fetch truly jaw-dropping prices. That brilliant red copper shine tells collectors the coin has survived decades untouched, and that's exactly what they're after. The market demand for high-grade Lincoln Wheat pennies has exploded in recent years, and the 1956 D is at the center of it. Whether due to nostalgia, error hunting excitement, or investment potential, collectors are chasing after these pennies like never before. And when rare errors like RPMs or double dies are paired with top-tier condition, the value climbs into the tens, even hundreds of thousands. These are coins that are turning heads at major auctions and numismatic expos across the country, and here's the moment that brings this all home: a rare 1956 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny, featuring a bold repunched mint mark and graded mint state red 67+ by PCGS, recently stunned the collector world when it was sold at a private auction for an incredible $130,000. That's right, $130,000 for a coin that most people wouldn't look twice at in their change. But the collectors who know what to look for, they know this coin is a treasure. So the question is, do you have a 1956 D penny in your collection? Maybe in an old coin jar, a family heirloom folder, or tucked away in a roll that hasn't seen daylight in years. This is the time to look. Grab a magnifying glass, inspect the mint mark, check the lettering for doubling, and study the coin's luster and sharpness. Your next great discovery could be one tiny detail away, and that copper cent might just change everything. Last unique coin is on a coin that has become a legend among collectors, a final chapter in one of America's most beloved coin series, the 1958 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. Don't let its simplicity fool you. Behind that familiar face of Abraham Lincoln lies a coin with mystery, legacy, and in some rare cases, life-changing value. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins sitting in an old drawer, get ready, because the 1958 Wheat penny could be the hidden treasure you never knew you had. The year 1958 was monumental. It marked the last official year of the Wheat penny design, a series that had proudly circulated for nearly 5 decades. These coins carry the twin wheat stalks on the reverse, a symbol of America's agricultural roots and resilience. But what makes the 1958 D so exciting isn't just its place in history. It's the rare varieties, dramatic mint errors, and pristine examples that continue to ignite passion in the hearts of collectors around the world. The D mint mark below the date signifies the Denver Mint, which produced a large number of these coins. But among the sea of ordinary strikes are the hidden gems, the coins that came off the presses with subtle but valuable mistakes. One of the most thrilling and collectible features is the repunched mint mark, known to collectors as an RPM. These are coins where the D was punched into the die more than once, slightly misaligned each time. Under magnification, the doubling is visible, and when found in uncirculated condition, this small flaw can turn into a massive payday for collectors, another highly desirable error that makes the 1958 D stand out is the double die obverse. Imagine looking closely at your penny and noticing that the letters in Liberty or the numbers in the date appear doubled, not because of damage, but due to a misalignment during the minting process. These rare double dies are incredibly scarce for the 1958 D, and their value skyrockets when verified by a grading service and combined with a clean, uncirculated surface. Finding one of these is like discovering a needle in a haystack, but for collectors, that needle is made of gold. Even beyond the most dramatic errors, the 1958 Wheat penny is full of potential. Some examples have been found with die cracks, cuds, and die chips, each creating raised metal anomalies that turn ordinary coins into unique artifacts. These flaws are a direct result of worn or damaged dies and are embraced by collectors for their charm and one-of-a-kind appeal. The more dramatic and unusual the error, the more a coin stands out in auctions and among specialists who love collecting the unexpected, and when we talk about value, condition is king. A 1958 D penny that has been carefully preserved, showing full red color, sharp detail, and zero signs of circulation wear, is called a mint state coin. These mint state coins are graded on a scale, and those achieving MS 65 and above, especially with full red luster, are considered elite. Add in a repunched mint mark or double die, and suddenly you have a coin that's not just beautiful, it's extremely rare and worth serious money. In the collector community, interest in high-grade wheat pennies is stronger than ever. And the 1958 D, being the last year of the series, holds a special place in collections across the world. It's a symbolic end to an era, and because of that, coins in perfect condition or with rare errors are consistently commanding top dollar at auctions. From coin shows to private sales, the demand for this coin remains high, and it continues to be one of the shining stars of mid-20th century American coinage. And now, for the truly exciting part, not long ago. One extraordinary 1958 D Lincoln Wheat penny, featuring a bold repunched mint mark and graded mint state red 67, stunned collectors when it sold at a private auction for an unbelievable $100,000. That's right, $100,000 for a coin that many people pass by without a second glance. But for the experts and enthusiasts who understand its rarity and beauty, it's a priceless piece of American history. So, what are you waiting for? Go take a look through your old coin jars, check those wheat penny rolls, and inspect every 1958 D penny you come across. Use a magnifier, examine the mint mark carefully, check for signs of doubling or unique die breaks, and if you suspect you've found something special, get it graded and protected immediately. You just might be holding a piece of copper that could change your life. If you've got a 1958 D penny in your collection, or if you think you've spotted something rare, drop a comment below and share your story with us. We love connecting with fellow collectors and helping you unlock the secrets hiding in your coins. And if you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next coin spotlight. Coin collecting isn't just about money, it's about history, discovery, and the thrill of finding something truly special. And sometimes, the rarest treasures come from the smallest places. So keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, your next big find might just be a tiny copper penny away.